Hello and welcome to Globe Street TV. I'm Bob Howard, West Coast reporter for Globe Street, on site at Transwestern's reception at the ULI Fall meeting in Los Angeles. With me is Larry Hurd, President and CEO of Transwestern.
Hello, Bob.
Welcome, Larry.
Great to be with you.
The first question I want to ask you is sort of from the 500,000 or 50,000 foot level or whatever they call it. Is the economy headed for a double-dip recession?
That's an interesting question because there's so many smart people on both sides of that. I would say no. In my opinion, we probably will not, but I do not think the economy, I don't think it's going to feel very good for a long time. Unfortunately, with no job growth, I think we're looking at a very long, slow, and perhaps even painful recovery. But I really don't think we're going to fall back into an abyss. And I think one reason is the things that we know about. We are seeing good things at corporate America, going on with corporate America right now, with earnings, with cash balances. The things that we see and know and understand, I think, give us great comfort. Things that we don't know, like the European crisis, financial crisis, no one really knows how to underwrite that. So usually fear takes over in that kind of an environment. But my sense is that that'll be worked out over time. And over time we'll end up slogging through.
Now, one sort of quick follow-up on that. I've heard economists say that whether or not we are technically in a recession is not necessarily always the concern. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think that's absolutely correct. We may or may not be in a recession. It just doesn't feel real good right now. But I don't think that applies to every sector of the real estate business nor every geography in the country. So we're seeing certain geographies perform fairly well and certain industry types doing pretty well. So again, I don't think you can make the blanket statement that we're either in a recession or out of one and everyone's going to all of a sudden either feel poorly or very, very good.
Now, speaking of the recession, Transwestern has grown tremendously during the past few years. How has this happened during a recession?
Well, we did pay off all of our debt several years ago and were able to get pretty aggressive about our expansion plans. We saw what we thought was the light at the end of the tunnel, reacted pretty quickly to it, and it's really all about people and clients. And so we've been able to recruit some of the best and brightest in the industry. We've retained most of our best and brightest, our stars, through the process, and we've added significantly to our client base, and that's enabled us to grow pretty significantly over the last few years.
Now, you've mentioned Transwestern's growth in terms of client needs.
Yeah.
How has this played into your investment management business?
Well, it's very similar. We look at our investment management business as many of the same criteria that we use, what we call our boots on the ground, our coast-to-coast coverage on all services and development, is really what institutional investors are looking for. They're looking for the local market experts. So when they deploy their capital or they team with people like ourselves in a partnership joint venture environment, they really want local market experts because we believe, and they believe, that's where the value is added, is at the local level.
Have the client needs changed in terms of what they ask you for in recent years? And if so, how? And then maybe a two-parter there.
Yeah.
How do you think they might change going forward?
Well, I think they have changed. The clients today are probably more sophisticated than they've ever been. They are actually looking for more from their partners and service providers. They're looking for broader coverage, greater level of expertise, both financial, service lines. And so I would say the bar has been raised. And so companies like us, we're not the only one to do it, a lot of good competitors out there, but companies like Transwestern have really intentionally raised the bar over the last few years on both human capital, technology, and investments in infrastructure in order to deliver on what the clients are looking for.
Well, Larry, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Bob.
Best wishes for a good meeting at ULI.
Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
I'd also like to thank my producer, Daniel Senaceros, and thank you, our viewers and subscribers, for watching Globe Street TV.